I'm with Mike Peeples this morning. We're in CIMS. He is the CEO of CIMS. And Mike, it's always good to have you on this program.
Well, thanks, Dave. It's good being here.
Now, you know and we're going to talk about something new and exciting that you're doing. But just to bring everybody up to speed, let's talk about CIMS, the organization. You've been around for a long time. Some of the equipment that you make is really standard in every plant, I think, within this area and even outside of this area. Talk about the company and some of the things that you offer.
Well, my partner and I started the business about 24 years ago, and the primary focus of the business is packaging and material handling. So where you most likely run into our equipment is in yarn packaging, material handling in the yarn industry. We also do barcode scanning for automatic label placement and that sort of thing in the carpet yarn manufacturing industry. We build a line of rail-guided vehicles, which there are, 50 or more of them out in the field in different plants, and I'm sure a lot of your viewers have seen those. And then on the roll end, we provide roll wrapping equipment for stretch film and also stretch banders, which are pretty popular in the industry. We have several hundred of those out there, just putting a 5-inch band of stretch film on a roll to kind of contain it in between operations. So that's primarily what we do, is material handling and packaging, primarily in yarn and on the roll end of the business.
So the things that you offer, basically efficiency. I mean, you offer a lot of things, but efficiency has to be one of the top items, I would suspect.
Yeah, I mean, in the carpet industry, for us to stay competitive, we have to automate, and that's really what we provide, is a labor savings and automation. And we do that in a variety of different ways, but our products have a payback. Sometimes the payback is material, and sometimes it's labor savings. So, and that's, anytime you can reduce cost, you're making us more competitive with, any imported goods, and that's always good. So.
And reducing cost is always on the front of mind, I would imagine, for people in this business.
Well, I mean, if you're not doing that in your carpet industry, you're going to fall behind. So, yeah, that's kind of what keeps us in business, is finding a problem and trying to solve it.
I see. Now, just to concentrate a bit on the roll handling aspect of what you do, and I know you offer the film as well, and the banding, I think you called it. Talk about that a little bit, and I think you protect the rolls themselves, you get them there quickly, and you reduce cost in terms of packaging materials.
Yes, we make a line of stretch banders, is what we call them, stretch tapers. And these are generally mounted on roll-ups, either inline at a coater or on a cutover system, so that when the roll is cut or rolled up and ready to be processed, the bander shoots a blanket of air carrying the roll of film into the flap of the roll, and it bands it together, holds the flap, and it really doesn't affect your cycle time of your roll-up, and doffs it, and you're ready to go. The big advantage is the material is less expensive than adhesive tape, and it's more reliable than adhesive tapers, plus you don't ever crease the carpet and leave a permanent crease in the roll because the stretch film holds it together well. So those have been around and mounted on coater roll-ups as well as cutover systems, and they've been around for a number of years. We have them all over the country, and different distributors are using them, and also a lot in the manufacturers.
So you are an engineering company.
That's
you
what
like
we do.
Nothing better than to grab a new project and make it work.
That's what makes work fun every day, is coming up with something like that.
Now, there is a new thing that you're doing, and again, you talked about the rail-guided vehicles, and there's sort of a new generation that you're now offering.
Yeah, now we're offering laser-guided vehicles that we build here, we service and install here. It's with a partnership with a company called Cole Morgan, a Swedish firm that develops the laser guidance technology and provides the software, and then we build the unit up and install and service them out of Dalton.
Now, talk about the difference, and I think most people listening are familiar with the rail-guided vehicles. Mm-hmm. Talk about the difference with the laser-guided vehicles.
The largest difference is that a laser-guided vehicle is battery-powered and it's free-ranging, so you can change the path to any path you want to relatively easily. It's not to a fixed path. The battery enables you to be a little more free-ranging than the rail-guided vehicle, which are AC-powered and have an overhead feed rail that provides a power to the system. Both will do essentially the same thing in that it will go to a location and pick up a product and deliver it back to where you want it, or will deliver a product to an operation and handle it there. The largest difference, of course, is your floor is not constrained with a laser-guided vehicle. It just has a lot more flexibility as you add equipment. It's not a big deal to add, more nodes on the path, and so that's the biggest difference between a rail-guided vehicle and a laser-guided vehicle.
I see. How about the safety factor?
Well, both have the same kind of safety mechanisms on them. Bumper systems, redundant safety systems. The laser-guided vehicle also have a laser bumper that are pretty standard in industry for different operations, including laser-guided vehicles. But you have a laser that detects objects in front of it that's programmable as you pass different objects, so it doesn't detect like a column in a building. You don't know that column's supposed to be there, so it kind of can navigate around that. And that's primarily the safety feature of a laser-guided vehicle that acts as the bumper. But it'll also have emergency stop buttons and pull cords, and those kind of things are also located around it.
Now, as you mentioned a little bit earlier, efficiency is really the watchword. Lowering costs, every manufacturer worries about that day in and day out, including everybody here in Dalton in the carpet producing business, and that's really why people will be thinking about laser-guided vehicles in the future. Talk about the efficiency part of it.
Well, laser-guided vehicles are more efficient for a lot of reasons. One is it keeps the lift trucks out of manufacturing areas where you have some safety concerns about lift trucks and lift truck drivers maybe being distracted and just creating safety concerns. That's one issue. Another issue is, obviously, since these have no operator, they can traverse long distances without having a labor cost associated with that traverse. Whereas if you're hauling a case of yarn, for instance, 800 feet to a different location, and you have it either by buggy or by lift truck, you have labor cost in that transit. This eliminates that. So there is labor savings and a payback with that. And, and there's also a huge safety savings, which is a big concern. I
know there's been movement here afoot over the last several years to improve lift truck safety, and I'm sure that's been a major problem.
Yes, it has, and just safety in general. From a workers' compensation claim issue is a real big concern. It's a major cost to industry, and anytime you can avoid, accidental injuries, companies are taking huge steps to do that, and it just makes good sense.